In this video we will walk you through the process of contract review by the construction manager or area construction engineer. We are using the construction manager role in this video. A contract will be passed from pre-construction to construction in the transition to construction process. Then the construction division and district contract manager initialization is done and the activation of contract occurs. To review a contract as an ACE or construction manager, navigate to the contract administration under the construction component. Enter the contract in the search criteria. Click the contract link, in blue, for the contract ID. Verify the contract ID field is correct based on the contract, contractor's name, and district. Verify all the contract fields. Now let us click on the Additional Informations tab on the left and verify all the contract details. You can also browse the of time-related information important to the contract by clicking on the Contract Times tab. Similarly, you can click on any of the navigation tabs to verify contract information. Now let us look at the contract projects associated with the contract. Click on the project's quick link in blue on the top of the screen. This shows us a list of projects for this contract. Select a project from the list. Verify all the project fields. You can click on any of the navigation tabs to verify the contract project information. This way you can review all projects on the contract. To review contract project items, navigate to the Items quick link and then click on Contract Project Items tab. Review the items on the screens to match the items on the contract. Repeat this for all contract project items. You can do this by clicking on the project's quick link on the top. Now we will show you how to browse daily work reports for a contract. Let us navigate back to the dashboard by clicking on the Home button on the top. Click on Daily Work Reports by Contract under the Construction component. Search for your contract. Expand the arrow to view all the daily work reports for that particular contract. You can click on the DWR date link to view the daily work report. The contract daily work report summary opens up and shows all the information about the DWR. There is another way to get to the contract daily work report summary. Let us navigate back to the dashboard and click on the Daily Work Reports link under the Construction component. All the daily work reports are shown here. You can filter by contract ID or inspector last name, DWR status, or the state project number. You can click on the DWR date link to view the daily work report. The contract daily work report summary opens up and shows all the information about the DWR. You can click on any of the navigation tabs on the left to view the DWR data like contractors on site, equipment, personnels, supervisors, work item postings, acceptance records, force account contractors to view the required information. Now let us go back to the dashboard and look at the daily diaries. Click on the Daily Diary link under the construction component. The Daily Diary overview shows all the daily diaries submitted for the contract. You can filter them by DWR status, author, estimate type, and estimate number, or enter the contract ID to see daily diaries for that particular contract. Click on the diary date link to open the daily diary. The contract daily diary summary opens up, which has all the details about the daily diary. The DWR tab has the DWRs in this daily diary, which can be filtered by the DWR status. By clicking on the Row Actions button, you can either change the DWR status to draft or reject the DWR. You can also generate reports by clicking on the DWR report link. Select or deselect any parameters and click on the Execute button. The report opens up in a new tab. Next, we will look into browsing payment estimates as an ACE or construction manager. Let us go back to the dashboard and click on Payment Estimates link under the construction component. The Contract Payment Estimate overview opens, which shows all the payment estimates. You can search for and select the contract, and the list of payment estimates for that particular contract is shown below. Click on the Payment Estimate Number link in blue to view the payment estimate. The Contract Payment Estimate Summary shows all the details about this payment estimate. By clicking on the navigation tabs on the left, you can browse through the notes, exceptions, projects, items, contract adjustment, item adjustments, approval tracking, and accounting details for this payment estimate. You can also run any reports by clicking on the Row Actions button on the Components Actions button and then clicking on the required report. This concludes the video for contract review by the ACE or construction manager. In this video we will walk you through the process of creating a contract progress schedule. It enables you to create a schedule by which the system can automatically monitor the progress of a contract based on the agency's notice to proceed date and the actual completion date recorded in contract time. Depending on the type of schedule selected, you can track the % of work complete for designated time periods, the % of critical items completed for designated time periods, or % of work complete only on the final day or date. From the dashboard, navigate to Contract Progress under the Construction component. Search for and select the contract. On the Contract Progress Summary page, click on the Progress Schedule tab. It allows you to create a schedule by which the system can automatically monitor the progress of a contract based on the agency's notice to proceed date and the actual completion date recorded in contract time. In the Progress Schedule Type field, click the drop-down arrow and select the method used to track contract progress: Critical Path Method, % complete for a time period, or % of critical items complete. In the Progress Schedule Projections section, enter a value for the first time period in either the scheduled date field for the fixed date contract type. If you enter a date, the system calculates the number of days and populates the scheduled days field. In the Projected PCTCMPL field, enter the percentage you expect to be completed in this time period. If the schedule type is % complete for a time period, this is the percentage of work you expect to be completed. If the schedule type is % of critical items complete, this is the percentage of critical items you expect to be completed. Tab to the next row and enter information for the second time period, as you did earlier for the first time period. Continue to add rows for all time periods you want in your schedule. Note, if you are using the critical path method schedule type, you will record only one time period row, with SCHED time and SCHEDDT representing the final time period of the contract. Click on Save to save the changes you made. A Save Complete banner shows on the screen. As you can see, a record is created under Progress Schedule Actuals to date with the calculated number of scheduled days and actual % complete. A Notice of Intent, NOI, is a record submitted by a contractor for filing a claim. It may be resolved at this NOI level during the contract. If not, the contractor will file a claim at the end of the contract. In this video, we will demonstrate how to add, update, delete an NOI record, and how to maintain associated NOIs in the AWP system. To add a Notice of Intent, NOI, record, log on to the AWP system with a Construction Manager, CM, role or an Area Construction Engineer, ACE, role. We will use the CM role for this training. On the dashboard, under the Construction component, select the Contract Administration link to get to the Contract Administration Overview page. Search for and select the contract to get to the Contract Administration Summary page. Click the NOIs and Claims tab. Click the Add button to get to the Add Contract NOIs and Claims page. On this page, you will see the information requested for creating an NOI. The Contract NOI Sequence Number field is a system-generated record ID that will show up after the NOI record is created. The prime contractor information and the state project number information are generated from the contract and will show up after the NOI record is created. In the NOI or claim field, select the NOI, Notice of Intent option. This option is set as default and this field is required. In the Reason Type field, choose a reason type for the NOI. In the Received Date field, enter the date in mm/dd/YYYY format or click the calendar icon to select a date. The current date is set as default. In the Time Reason field, choose the reason for time requested. In the NOI Acknowledge Date field, enter the date in mm/dd/YYYY format or click the calendar icon to select a date. In the Money Reason field, choose the reason for money requested. In the Requested Days field, enter the number of days being requested in the NOI. In the NOI Status field, choose a status for the NOI. The Unresolved status is set as default. This field is required. In the Requested Amount field, enter the dollar amount being requested in the NOI. In the Contractor Description of Event or Reasons for NOI field, enter any description about this NOI. In the Comments field, enter any additional information about this NOI. In the NOI Resolution Description field, choose the NOI resolution. In the Resolution Date field, enter the date in mm/dd/YYYY format or click the calendar icon to select a date. In the Days Granted field, enter the number of days given to settle the NOI. In the Payment Amount field, enter the payment amount of the NOI. Click the Save button to save the NOI record. After the record is saved, the system redirects the user to the Contract NOIs and Claims Summary page. The NOI record can be updated on this page. This page can also be accessed from the dashboard. To update a Notice of Intent, NOI, record, go to the dashboard. Under the Construction component, select the Contract NOIs and Claims link to get to the Contract NOIs and Claims Overview page. You may search the Contract ID, or the NOI or Claim ID, in the search box. Or you can use any of the record filter, to find the desired NOI record. Select the Contract ID link, or the NOI or Claim ID link, to get to the contract NOIs and claims summary page. Update the editable fields for any changes. Click the Save button to save your changes. Now we demonstrate how to delete an NOI. Go to the Contract NOIs and Claims Overview page by clicking the previous button. Search for the contract ID, or the NOI or claim ID, to find the NOI record to delete. Click the Row Action button, the down arrow button of the NOI record. Please note that an Add New Contract NOI or Claim to Contract link is also available here. If you want to add a new NOI to this contract, you may add the record by clicking this link as well. To continue with deleting the record, select Delete from the menu in the Actions section. Click the Save button to save the change. The NOI gets deleted and no longer shows on the screen. Now we will demonstrate how to maintain associated NOI record. Select the NOI record from the Contract NOIs and Claims Overview page. To get to the Contract NOIs and Claims Summary page, click the Associate Contract NOIs tab. Click the Associate Contract NOIs button. Search for and select the NOIs you want to associate. Click the Associate Contract NOIs button. The NOI gets associated to the current NOI. Now to delete an NOI association, on the same screen, click the Row Action menu button, the down arrow button, of the associated NOI. Select Delete from the menu in the Actions section. Click the Save button to delete the NOI association. Please note that the NOI record is not deleted, only the association with the current NOI record is deleted. In this video, you learned how to add, update, delete an NOI record, and how to maintain associated NOIs in the AWP system. In this video we will walk you through the process of approving the payment estimate. The Approve command is available only if the payment estimate status is in one of the approval levels for the payment estimate type and only if your active user role is assigned the correct services and access rights. From the construction component, select the payment estimate link. Search for and select the contract. Select the payment estimate to approve for the contract by clicking on the estimate number link. Please note, the estimate is approved at the first level in 2 different steps. User must submit for approval and then approve. Click on the Open Component Actions, click the drop-down arrow and select Approve. An Estimate Approved banner is displayed on the top. The Approval Tracking tab on the Contract Payment Estimate Summary lists rows of decision records for each approval level needed for the contract payment estimate. When you approve a payment estimate, the status of the decision record is changed to Approved, and the status of the next sequential decision record for the payment estimate is changed to Pending. This list enables you to view the decisions and comments entered by all the users who are responsible for approving the payment estimate. The information displayed on this tab is for review and tracking purposes and cannot be edited. An email notification is sent to the next user who has to approve the payment estimate based on the payment estimate approval levels for the contract. You can delete a payment estimate when it is in draft status. In the payment estimate overview, for your contract, look for the payment estimate that you would like to delete. The estimate needs to be in the draft status. Click the row Actions button next to the estimate you wish to delete, and select the Delete action. Click on the Save button. The estimate gets deleted.